Page 126. Exercises B and C. A podcast about the environment.
This is Lucy Ringmer with Green It Up, a weekly discussion of environmental issues. I'm really excited about this week's podcast because I get to interview not one, but two amazing scientists, both of whom are also National Geographic explorers. First up is marine biologist and educator Tierney Tease. She's written books, made films, given a TED Talk, and even gotten her pilot's license. I'm also joined by Kenny Broad, an anthropologist, university professor, and experienced diver. Welcome to you both. It's an honor to have you on my show. I've been hearing and reading about the idea of environmental fatigue recently. I'm sure you're familiar with this idea. We hear so many news stories about the environment and the problems it has. And as we hear them again and again, those stories affect us less and less, don't they? And this can cause people to stop caring about the environment or, perhaps more importantly, to stop trying to fix the problems. So my first question is, why do you think environmental fatigue is becoming an issue? Kenny?
So I think there's a lot of different explanations for what some people have called environmental fatigue. In some ways, it's not a scientific question in my mind. It's a cultural question, or a question of how we perceive things, how we perceive the world, how we perceive the risks. You wake up in the morning and there's a lot of things to worry about, right? I got to get cleaned up and get to work. Some of us have to get our kids ready and get to work. I got to pay the rent. I got to make sure that there's food in the refrigerator. My car's not working. So we can only worry about so many things in one day. We have sort of a limited capacity of things that we can keep track of. And so things that are further away in time or further away in space, we tend not to worry about as much. So some of the issues like climate change or using up our water supplies or overfishing, they're out of sight, out of mind. They're very slow sorts of problems. So it sort of makes sense that they're not the first thing that we wake up to feel like we have to deal with.